Hey, yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back. Today we are going to be looking at Wixo episode 4. We did episode 3 last time. Obviously, that's why it's episode 5 right now. Duh. And we saw a few things happen, like, Catalonia split into two, the Gibraltar form, this, like, South Romania form, Bulgaria got a little bigger, Greece got a little bigger, Monaco got a little bigger, Venice got a little bigger. Pretty much everybody got a little bit more land. And the Netherlands, as they are going to be expanding their colony in Britain. And then it's going to instantly break away. Yeah, that's pretty good for... Oh my gosh, I keep pressing the wrong button. That's pretty good for Britain. They are now independent. And they can expand on their own terms. And so they instantly take up all of Cornwall. And literally all of the land that they know. And then they start expanding more land, so they have excuses to take even more land that they know of. Which results in the formation of Wales in hopes to stop these guys' expansion. It's not going to work too well. Oh, we just gonna give them capitals real quick. These guys' capital is actually in Cornwall. These guys' capital is right here. Okay, let's get back to the video. The Netherlands didn't really like this, and so they invade down here. This is why I put their capital over here. And they do manage to actually take back a lot of their original land. And in the end, England is pretty much just reduced to... nothing. I mean, not nothing, but now they are pretty much just Cornwall. Call them the Cornwall Empire. Really doesn't matter. They're not much of an empire, but why not call them the Cornwall Empire? That sounds sick. And so now red team's gonna get a little bigger. Or Belgium. Might as well just call them Luxembourg. They are gonna get a little bigger, and they actually meet up with oh my gosh, third time this video. Someone count that. They actually end up meeting with these guys, which just doesn't make sense, so we're just gonna take that away from them. Not that, though. This. Oh. Whew. Yeah, these guys are now trading with not only these guys, but these guys as well, because why not? They're right next to each other. They don't really trade any insanely valuable resources right now. This is all explored. And we get Portugal forming in Lisbon. So we're going to give them this color. I'm not sure if this has been used before. No, it's definitely not. Definitely not that. Brighter than Normandy, and it's definitely not watercolor. Okay, yeah, this is completely custom color, so let's get Portugal on the road. Or Lisbon, if you want to call them Lisbon. Lisbon meets up with Gibraltar, unsurprisingly. They're pretty close to each other. Which that actually goes to Portugal. And expands up here. Let's give them their capital real quick. Right here in Lisbon, of course. Who saw that coming? I did not. If I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, okay. Pink team gets tired of Normandy expanding and taking all of the land that they could possibly be having for themselves. And so, they push all the way out to here. And they like that. They love being able to make it all the way out to here. I mean, why? Who wouldn't like it, right? Until it breaks away and turns into beige France. good for them. On the recording, it barely even looks like it's an independent country. It kind of blends in. If I zoom out, you probably can't even tell that it exists. News update. These guys get so big that they end up sending people... Oh, what did I do here? These guys get so big that they end up sending people out. Oh, that's the wrong button. They end up sending people out here to help them get bigger. Of course, they don't help them get bigger, and they stop in India. We're gonna simulate that in a second. We're just not gonna do that right now because I'm busy fixing whatever caused that mess. Definitely wasn't me. I'm not sure who like hacked my file, but it totally wasn't me. I definitely didn't do that. And yeah, so now these guys are pretty big. Much bigger actually. And they have some land to spare. They get so big that they want to get even bigger. And like I just said, they send a dude out here. And the dude out here is like, oh, why would we make him get bigger when we can make ourselves get bigger? Oh, we can become an independent country. And so that's exactly what they do. They become India, or yeah, India. And they explore a lot of this coast of India, the Bay of Bengal, that's what it's called. And there we go. We now have India. Now these guys also, it's pretty much like the story where, the Star Wars story, where the dude hires a hitman for a hit, and the hitman hires a hitman, and the hitman hires a hitman who uses like a drone or whatever, which was basically its own hitman. These guys wanted to get bigger, so they send these dudes out that betrayed them. These guys wanted to get bigger, so they send more dudes out that ended up betraying these guys. And because of that, we get Vietnam. So let's just give Vietnam their land right now. And form Vietnam. Now, I'm not too sure how this is going to work, but I'm not too sure how these guys are going to really, like, I know that they're going to be able to survive, but I don't know how they're going to get, like, wealthy and rich. Like, because these guys are rich as hell. They're, like, one of the richest GDP per capita. We could probably make power rankings right now, actually. We're going to make power rankings. This is based on, like, early armies. So let me just give my power ranking. And for now, we'll just do top 5. Another time we'll do top 10, because if we do top 10, then you'll get some of the really weak countries going in, and I might update this, like, every 10 episodes. Or, like, every, like, 5 episodes, I might update power rankings. So, right now, by power, the strongest country by, like, military power is actually Greece. I have to do, like, 1 is Greece. What is that? 1 is Greece. 2 is going to be Monaco. 3 is Venice. This is where humanity began, pretty much in this area. So it makes a lot of sense, because these guys are... the most surprising one is going to be 4 is Portugal. They grew pretty fast, as you can tell. And finally, 5 is going to be Kuwait. Or just the gold team. Yeah, so that's power rankings for right now, at least. One is Greece, 2nd Monaco, 3 Venice, for Portugal, gold team. Next episode, we're just gonna count that as the first update. Which I'm not even gonna update it. We're just gonna say that episode 5. You get it? And then on episode 10, we'll update it 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You know how to count up by 5s. At least I hope you do. And so on and so forth. You get it now. And so Vietnam, or like South Vietnam, doesn't really matter what you call it. We haven't really established countries that we have established like actual names for, like Venice, Monaco, the Netherlands, Normandy. Like those are actually like names I'm instantly gonna be able to recognize. Greece. Other ones like this, I almost just called it Gibraltar. Anatolia, I think, West Anatolia, Crete, Israel, Kuwait, gold team. Because some of these guys have several names. Well, all of them have several names. Like, these guys could be called Light Gray Team, but I'm going to call them India, because why not? They're literally in India, so. I'm losing my mind right now. Gold Team meets up with their colony in Qatar. And quickly, Gold Team is becoming an insane country. They're just established around the Persian Gulf. They have... If this world evolves anything like the real world, which it's gonna evolve like it, but it probably won't end up like it. This will become a wealth haven if these guys still exist in like hundreds of years, that maybe 1,000 years. Yeah, they're gonna be pretty damn lucky in this area because this is gonna be insane. Absolutely rich. But they're not gonna be rich right now because haven't really established GDP as a thing yet. So yeah, Kuwait is insane. They're an absolute beast down here. Israel is maybe smallest country, probably Crete. Yeah, Crete would probably have to be the smallest country. We haven't given these guys a capital. We haven't given India or Vietnam a capital either. We'll give them that in a second. We're just going to have Israel expand into the Sinai Peninsula. All the way down here. And yeah, so now this is Israel. And all of its insanity. At least you'd see it on a map. I mean, you could before, but... it was just kind of hard to see on the map. Okay, we do not need power rankings right now. Okay, so capital cities for these guys right here, these guys right here, and Vietnam is right here. Alright, that's it for capital cities. Gibraltar is going to be making their first territorial landing in North Africa. Before it was just for exploration purposes. But now that they've seen the land that they could get, they're going down here. They want to take the land for themselves. They don't want to have anyone else take it because they know that these guys are here. They're not really exactly gonna be like they don't really know that these guys have no clue that they can just sail south like this. These guys are pretty much just bickering with these guys and celebrating Monaco arriving over here. Normandy is... I don't actually know what they're going to do. They're just going to go south. Why not? Might as well have Normandy get bigger every day. We're going to need a bigger brush for this. A lot of explorers, and I mean like a ton of explorers, move up north. And they discover all of this land. Which means, after 4 episodes, which isn't that much, but it's a little too much for considering that we've been calling these guys the Netherlands, finally actually take some land from the Netherlands. Before, they were just Belgium. Now they are the Netherlands. that looks weird. So yeah, good job, Netherlands. Everybody say that in the chat. Good job, Netherlands. South Denmark, the southernmost point of Denmark, is now a country. Who could have guessed? And they are tired of being called South Denmark by like these 3 minutes. Less than 3 minutes, like 20 seconds. They've been called South Denmark, so they end up just becoming Denmark. And they still haven't even taken the entirety of Denmark. But they do discover Copenhagen, which means we are finally getting to discover the north of Europe, which is amazing. The place where that hasn't really discovered the north of their area is like down here. They need to go more north. Then they'll meet up with the north. History of the entire world reference there. Yeah, and this is now just Denmark, pretty much. I mean, good for them. And they land explorers in Sweden, this island. They move along here, and even make some landings in Norway. So yeah, again, good for you, Denmark. They do make some claims in southern Sweden and southern Norway, but other than that, they just kind of explore it and say, never mind, let's go. This is cold. It's a little bit too cold up here for our liking. We're a little bit more used to the warmth down south, and I think we're going to deal with that. I mean, it's not too warm up here, obviously, but they're most likely just talking about this south area of Denmark. And, oh, what? My bad, that was my fault. I'm not even sure what I clicked. Yellow team's gonna get a little bigger. They're not really gonna do anything before they split again. This is a theme with countries that derive from the red team. Get pretty big, and then go away and split off. I think this is already a color that's been used. Is this Sicily? No, it's a little bit brighter than Sicily. Okay. Yeah. This area breaks off from South Germany. And I don't even know what you can call them, so just call them the purple team, I guess. There we go, much better. Over here, Romania, Crimea, Ukraine, whatever you want to call it, it has many names, is going to expand even more. They are rapidly expanding. They're pretty much the Mongolian type beat, and they are rapidly expanding. And they even send a squad up here, or a group of explorers up here. And they explore a lot of land. But they end up getting tired and cold and bored, and they go home. So, yeah. They do make some claims up on this northern land, but nothing that matters too much. And we forgot to give Denmark a capital. I normally try to get their capitals out pretty early. So yeah, that's their capital. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, great. Bulgaria is getting bigger because they need Bulgaria. And they actually have the first war. The first war that isn't two countries fighting themselves, which is Greece versus Bulgaria. Who will win? Well, let's go look down at the power chart, if I can bring it back up. And yeah. See this? Greece is number 1. Bulgaria is not even on the list. And so, I think you can see how this is about to go for Bulgaria. They're about to get wiped. I'm not even going to simulate the war. I am just going to give Greece their land. With Bulgarian influence basically wiped out. Yeah, this is the peace treaty pretty much. Greece gets much bigger. Because you can't really expect Bulgaria to survive that. And these guys, Ukraine, Romania, whatever, are going to be taking a little bit of land from Bulgaria, the same. Like that. And this is bugging me, so let's just... amazing. So yeah, Bulgaria isn't as strong anymore. They're definitely not making it into that top 10 anytime soon unless they form an empire. Is that a foreshadowing? It may be. These guys, or not these guys, Crete is going to be getting a little bit bigger. These guys are happy with what they've got. They don't need to go to war with anybody. Because why would they, right? Nobody needs to go to war with anyone right now. The world is, excuse me. Pardon me. The world is pretty much just trying to make do with what they know, which they're making do, that's for sure. They're not doing too bad. They are surviving. I don't know if I'd call it thriving, because, I mean, look at this region here. We also haven't given these guys a capital. It doesn't surprise me, though. They probably aren't even organized enough to deserve a capital. Let's just make sure that I'm not so tired. I put capitals on the wrong layer. Yeah, so let's just put the capital there. And now, drag it over that. And now if we bring capitals up again, there should not be any capitals on the actual layer. And I was right, there isn't. I kind of thought that I messed up on Denmark there. I just had to make sure though. So yeah, that might be the end of this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.